Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina, and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, The Interludes. Scenes that will take place between the end of season 2 and the start of season 3. And tonight's episode, we are going to focus in on some events and scene that transpires with our singular female player and character, Siobhan Price. And before we start tonight's episode, I would like my only player to properly introduce herself as well as her character.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I play Siobhan York Price. Holy shit! It's only been 3 years. Siobhan Price, yes. And I am still, I hope, after tonight, Primogen of the Toyador in Boston. 10th generation? Yeah.
You almost get it.
I'm
You
so out
almost
of
get
it.
You almost get it. We're nearly there. I'm gonna hold up a poster that says Price on it. So like
Yes. Please do.
That'll be great. That'll be great. So the scene that we're gonna delve into is actually the night after the Elysium and the introduction to the new kindreds that have now entered the city of Boston. Shiv has some plans.
Do I now? Yeah, maybe I do.
Mm-hmm. If I understood you or her correctly, she wants to gather her clan members and also have a private conversation with Mr. Hashimoto.
Yes. But not at the same time. Hashimoto can do his own clan thing first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's with everything that's been going on the last 3 years, it's and people leaving the city and coming back in the city. I think the Toyador needs to come a little together, and also obviously with the introduction of Miss De Winter. Is that correct?
Paris de Winter, yeah.
Paris Winter. Yeah, I think the Toyador needs to
have a kumbaya moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Having like bonfire. No, kumbaya.
So I'm pretty sure she's invited them all to the hotel, to her private quarters, to meet and discuss business and the future.
Perfect. I would very much like to start the scene as they all have gathered and are now, just chit-chatting and small conversation, catching up before you...
Can I describe the room?
Yes, you very much may.
Yay! Because I said black sofa last time. It's still going to be blackish, but it's not going to be black. But as you come up these kind of rustic elevators, you come into a very actually bright and light room where the rest of the hotel has pretty much been like green and black marble, floors, walls, etc. This is light grey marble, and as you come in, it opens up to a huge room that just goes inwards. There is a balcony, and when you come in, there is a round glass table with peonies, kind of pinkish. She has banned all roses.
Interesting.
For various reasons.
Obvious reasons.
Okay, obvious reasons. There is a dark, blackish, suede leather couch that can probably seat like 12 people, and it's kind of been lowered into to the floor. And whereas many would have a fireplace or a television, there is a wall that's separating this with the next, with a huge aquarium with lots of exotic fish. And in the corner there is a lonely violin on display. And then, yeah, obviously doors leading into other rooms.
Of course. But
Yes.
this is where the scene is gonna be take place.
Yeah.
Your clan members are here, few as they are. You have Miss Brown. You have Alexander. And you have the ever so mysterious Ruby Spider. Sakura.
Yes. Yeah.
She's not really a part of your clan, but she's a part of your clan.
That she is. I think she was very... She's been thinking about it for a long time. I think with this whole the things that she has to do with Hashimoto, she kind of decided that keeping his family members close might not be a bad idea for a rainy day. But I think also she likes her and the mystery that surrounds her. So she's warming up. She doesn't want to admit it, but she is.
She's warming up.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Brown sits there in her quite lavish gothic attire. The whole very late 90s, borderline early 2000s. The hair is very stylized. The makeup is very, very winged black eyeliner. She's wearing a corseted top. She's wearing a lot of different necklaces with bats and coffins and other fun things. She's wearing a black fur and leather gloves high to her elbows and more like a Morticia kind of skirt. Alexander is in a pale suit, greyish white shirt, no tie, buttoned up. And Sakura is in more of a traditional attire as she would do, with her face veil and a beautifully ordained kimono robe over a bodysuit that's layered with different types of lace and gems.
Shiv is wearing a long figure-hugging, thin straps, white silk dress. Kind of like a wraparound type. Hair actually slicked back in a low bun. And very little makeup except for very, very red lipsticks.
Striking. Tour doors, after all, they need a bit of description.
Just a little bit. Thank you all for coming. It's been a while since I've seen you all.
Well, together, Alexander says, it's been a minute.
I mean, obviously I saw all of you at the opening, but it warms my heart to see you all gathered in one room. Again, Miss Brown, Bella.
I know I have not necessarily done my due diligence for the clan. The whole situation with the city has had me questioning if this was the place I was supposed to be.
Have you come to a conclusion? I assume so, since you're here.
Of course, Primogen, I, like Alexander, I believed in Diana. Very, very much so. And she saw something in you. And I cannot deny that. So for me to run away because I'm scared of what the future might bring with such a devastating blow to all the clans and the Anarchs, I need to be here. I need to see it through. Whatever might come. I'm worried, though. I'm sorry to say. Primogen.
I know that I am not what you wanted. I know that I am young, too young, too new. And I know that when you look at me, you don't see anyone to be scared of or frightened. But you are wrong, Bella.
Oh, she straightens up a bit, and Alexander leans on the sofa, fascinated of what's going to happen next.
I am here for a reason. It is not as you are used to. But I have thoughts and plans for us all. I need you all to stand behind me and embrace these changes because only more will come. Diana was special, and I know that I'm standing in her shadow and I will never measure up in the way she did. But she had a different way of looking at things, and as you said, she saw something in me.
True.
And we as a clan, I know I haven't been there maybe as much as you would have wanted me to. But I wanted to give you the freedom of choice. I wanted you all to make up your mind. If you wanted to stay, if you wanted to leave. If you want to support me and obviously Diana's choice or not. And I look at Alexander. I know you have ambition, Alex. I know that I might have stepped on your toes, and I wish I would say I was sorry, but I'm not.
I would expect you to say nothing else, Siobhan. And if you said anything else but that, I would not give you my support. Yes, you stepped on my toes. It's evident. I never thought that Aiden would covet the position. I assumed that the now role that you have would fall to me. At least for a time. I have been passed over. But I don't necessarily think, for me, that's a bad thing.
I would look at it as an opportunity. And for all of you, I'm not going to rule with an iron fist. I am not going to pretend to know it all. But I want you to trust me and know that I have your backs and that I will fight for you. For us, the city is growing stronger. The clans are getting stronger, more equal.
Are they though? Bella, Miss Brown says. I know you have deep relations with both the prince and the now gangrel Primogen.
Yes, and what scares you?
And now another Tremere has entered the city, Paris de Winter. And I'm sure you know nothing of her. It would be surprising if you did.
By your tone, it seems to me that maybe you do.
She actually gets up. I do. I know of her. And to speak of her like this, I'm scared. Primogen, I'm
she
scared.
Is but some floors down below us.
I know. That scares me even more.
I'll
she almost
walk over to her.
Yeah, she almost actually embraces, like she shivers.
Yeah, I'll. Bella, we are all here together.
No, Shiv, you don't.
You need to spill the tea. Tell us.
She's not just here out of whim. Primogen.
She has an agenda that is very clear.
She's sent here.
By whom?
She works for the Justicars. She works for the tower itself. If she's here, Don't be surprised if hell follows. I'm terrified. I don't know if she's in on that agenda or not, but that she's even here terrifies me.
I don't think that information has... Where do you know this? Where do you have this from?
Please don't make me divulge my source, Imogen, please.
I will trust you.
Thank you.
For now.
I don't think your young prince friend knows. She walks him in closer. Savage knows. Savage knows.
Of course she does.
And she will be tickled pink.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you for trusting us with this.
It is to also protect us. You are young. But I do believe in you. But if they decide that the city is still weak, that there are things that are not yet been disclosed about how the city came to be this way, all of us will be tried, tested. She almost like shivers. Tortured even. They will not let any stone be unturned if they think there is something more going on, has been going on.
Well, it's a good thing there are no secrets then. Do I get a sense of her that she has been going through this?
There is something in the way she's talking that maybe not she has a personal experience with it, but there might be
like stories that's been...
Maybe she knows someone. Maybe her sire. Alexander... Bella. Darling. I understand that it sounds threatening, but just because and scary tremors have been coming in and out of cities since we were made. There will be before and after and during. And if we have nothing to hide, we're fine. And if we do, hide it better, Bella. You look like a quaking baby bird.
Trust in you, Alexander, to lighten the moon. I love that about you. But yes, I agree. We shouldn't be so worried. And do not get my lack of worriness as that I'm not concerned, because obviously we have to take this seriously. But there are no secrets. There is nothing that they can find. Unless anyone here, and I look to everyone, has
whenever
anything.
Sakura moves, you hear the rustling of the pearls, and she always whispers, "Of course not, Primogen."
Alex?
I'm not gonna lie. Of course I have secrets. Saying anything else would be silly. I don't think my secrets could kill me. But, well, unpleasant, sure. Maybe embarrassing, perhaps. But to be damned to the ultimate punishment? No. No.
I think we've had enough deaths and enough devastation for a while. And I look to the violin. Enough about this sad and serious business. I wanted to propose something. I do have a couple of businesses, and I know you, Alex, you've been eyeing at least one of them for some time.
What? I don't know what you're talking about, Primogen.
So I think maybe tonight. What are your wishes for the future? All of you. Maybe we can come to some sort of arrangements before the sun comes up?
I actually have a request. I want to be Harpy.
Really?
Yes. I would like to take over the velvet rope.
No surprise there.
Yes, I want to. It's time.
I'll
It's
walk
time.
over to him. I'll place my hands on him. It is time.
As a clan, we now need to prove who we are without the force that was Diana. It was like living with a goddess. Her age and her beauty and her power. We all sat by her knees in adoration. This is different, Siobhan. He bounces in now saying Primogen and Siobhan. It depends on what he's saying.
Mm.
We need to define what we are as a clan in the city. Are we to be someone to be reckoned with? Or are we supposed to be quivering because our mistress is dead? No. You are the future, Siobhan.
We
And
all are.
Exactly what I was going to say. With you, we are gonna push our clan forwards into the new world, past the millennia.
And this is exactly why, unless anyone else want to raise a claim as high as yours.
You see, Bella Brown. No, I'm very happy for. I support it. You see, Sakura. I'm more than happy to support that.
Then it's agreed. I'll kiss his cheek.
He smiles.
I feel like we should have something to drink. Why do I feel like we should have something to drink? We should celebrate.
We should celebrate. We should. I'm sure you can rustle up something, he says.
I'll ring like take a small bell off the table, like a very small bell. And what it does is it summons a very young boy and girl with a tray of glass. Legal.
Thank you. No Epstein, please.
No. No, morally, they look young. I haven't seen them, but let's just say they are above the board.
Good.
Anyone, feel free.
What's this like, for the empty glasses or for the treats?
That depends how hungry you are.
Well, it all depends on what they're feeding.
Of course, but now she was finding out, hopefully.
Well, Sakura says, if I may be, I politely decline.
Of course.
Of course, Alexander is cooing over the beautiful boy.
Yep. That was expected.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get any Sakura, how is she when if Alexander goes for anything? Like, is there anything over, can I read anything from behind the veil?
She's very difficult to read.
Yeah.
She is an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
Yep.
But she seems surface level loyal, at least.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
I'm sure you have also wine, and Bella actually say, I think I want human drink, just for the feel of it.
Champagne, wine, what would please you?
Wine.
And I'll go over to actually and pull out from what is that? Some
Cabin with The bar!
And I pull out what I usually give Chris. Because I always have a bottle of something that I know he likes. Then I'll pour her a glass and give it to her.
You have learned so far that some kindred has an eat food capability.
Yeah. And I am damn why I don't have it.
And sometimes it's more for the masquerade. But you see, Bella is very different because she's so used to pretending to be a human, pretending to be a vampire.
Yeah.
It's almost like her role is she glides in and out of it, almost like she could just as easily be in a milk cup, actually. And she takes a big gulp, actually, of the wine. Yes.
You need to learn to relax.
I will.
This is our time.
It is. I just wish she wasn't here. Can't you just leave? Can't you just ask? You are like bosom buddies with the prince. Can you ask him to turn her away?
You're not going to like that. I don't like it. But I'm pretty sure she is here to stay. He has been accepted by the prince, by the primogens.
But the prince have whims. He can have a whim tomorrow. He can just say no.
Bella, careful. I might be young. You might not respect me as you did Diana. But Christopher Masters is my oldest friend. I know that doesn't count for much. But still, I will defend him. I will stand behind him. As I will with you. For all of you. You are family after all.
She looks at you, but then you see almost like a sarcastic, like smirk, not like a scuffle, like.
If any of this is making you uncomfortable, I was hoping that we could have a night together, that we would be able to be and sit and be civilized together.
I am, and I do respect your position. But, as you so said yourself, you are a baby to the night. And your friendship is probably the reason why she is here.
Because of my friendship.
You still, I'm not going to say that you still smell and reek of your humanity and your human life, but your bond.
I would absolutely hope that I do still reek of my mortality. It is what will change this city. It is what...
Oh, you misunderstand, Primogen. It is coveted. It is envied.
And so it should.
It makes it dangerous. It makes it dangerous.
It doesn't make it any more dangerous than it was for Thomas, Diana, Montgomery.
And look what happened to them, Primogen. You should distance yourself from them.
That is weakness talking.
It is self-preservation of us and you and the clan.
But we are smarter. Trust in that.
I will. But just be mindful, Primogen.
Of course.
There are so many ways of being fooled and tricked and manipulated by our kind.
I know.
Good.
And I do appreciate you leaning in and wanting to protect us. I really do. I do appreciate it. And I might seem arrogant in my choice of words, but I have not come this far only to be fooled by some guest in our city.
Good. Good.
I will not leave this. I will not rest. I will stay on my tippy toes until we know more.
Good. Good.
And I will speak with the prince.
Thank you. Please don't say where the information came from. I do not want that attention on me. Please, I beg of you.
Of course. Plan first.
Cheer,
Am I
cheer,
right?
you hear Alexander says, as he clearly has put some red liquid in his glass from this boy, and he licks his very long fingernails and drinks. Enough of this. Oh, woe is me. Oh, scary, scary Camarilla and adjust the cars. Enough, Bella. Sweetie, you have said your piece.
I'll go over and I slide down next to Alexander and I'll take his glass and have a small sip.
It's to your liking, but not really.
No.
It's not how you like it. It doesn't have the aroma. But it's you can drink it.
Yeah. And I think Shiv has been wanting to have something to drink, like a nightcap, every time she's met Sean and Chris. Now finally she figured it out. Or maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Sweetheart, Primogen, Siobhan, Shiv, darling. My position also needs to be confirmed by the prince. He almost like brushes an imaginary like fallen out lock back like almost behind your ear.
I will handle it.
I know you.
Of course I will.
And as Harpy and keeping the velvet rope, you know that will put me in a great position.
I do. And I am, sorry to say this, very happy that it's no longer mine.
Excellent. There's also the fact that we are, well, there's room for one more, Primogen.
That there is.
Think on it.
Yes. I will. I promise, I will. Were you thinking about someone?
Perhaps. But also because I want our numbers to be strong.
Because I have someone in mind, but I need a little time.
It is your prerogative. And time we do have. And
Yes.
don't listen. And he almost whispers to you as he looks over at Miss.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Bella Brown.
leaning down on him now.
She almost like pouty scowls a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to sit with the Ruby Spider. They clearly don't have a very good synergy. She does, well, pout.
Why, she's a goth after all.
She loves a tragedy. So please take her words with a grain of salt. But just a grain.
I think we need to be cautious. Of course we do. I will do it my way.
That is the only way to do this and position yourself strong. If you are seemed weak and that we speak your case for you, you will not sit long in that position, and you are not Diana's grandchild.
It will be fine. It will all be fine. I do trust you, Alex. You know that.
Good.
I know we've been through
the ringer.
Yes, exactly.
Some stuff, and if not, you should take a page out of Queen Elizabeth's book. I'm not saying
with the heads.
No, I'm not saying
Oh,
you're
that
going
was
to be.
Henry VIII.
That was
Yes.
her dad. I'm not saying you should go pearly white and have a weird hairline and orange hair and look like a doll. But there is value in creating your image if you want to be perceived as untouchable and divine.
What is wrong?
Create the narrative.
You don't like my style?
I love your style. I'm saying how other kindreds will perceive you. Maybe you need what Diana did. When you enter, it's PR. You might have an entourage. It might be arriving late. It might have weird demands. Create the narrative.
It almost makes it sound like what the Queen is doing, Queen of Bones is doing, is what you think I should be. We don't need two of us in the city.
Well, she is very queeny about it. I'm saying, if you want to be perceived powerful and untouchable, create a narrative.
Okay.
I'm just saying, tip.
Hmm.
Take it or leave it. It's on the table.
Well, if I'm going to have style advice from someone, I would wish it was you and no one else, so thank you.
Well, there you go. Chin chin. He cheers. Did this evening also leak into a specific meeting with Hashimoto? Oh, are we jumping nights?
Nope. No, that can be the same night. That's fine. Yep.
Well, the meeting runs down and they leave. Alexander lingers for a mere moment after the other two have left. If I hear anything, if there is something more to what Bella is saying, I will find out. And you will know.
Thank you.
Of course.
We need to look after each other.
Of course. He almost like gently like caress your cheek for a minute. Almost like a thought lingers, and he almost like he's going to say something, but at that minute he like.
Come back maybe one of these nights so we can arrange everything.
I will, because I have plans.
You have plans.
Well,
I'm not going to ask you what it is.
No, because you gave it to me now, so you just have to deal with it. So I love you. Kisses. Bye, darling.
Bye.
Toodles. Many waves.
Nope, that can wait. Yeah.
An hour later, Mr. Hashimoto is ushered in by Adnan.
I'm probably standing on Jesus, what is that called? Veranda, porch,
Balcony.
terrace, balcony. Thank you. I can never remember what is in the air and what is on the ground. And there is probably soft violin music. A composer that has never been released.
He walks in and he bows very respectfully in a dark blue suit, white shirt and black tie.
Oh my god. Sorry.
He bows. Primogen.
Akio. May I call you Akio?
You honor me. You honor me. Of course you may. Less formality is proper, I think.
I think so too. And that's why I wanted to see you, because how long have you been in this together? 3 years and counting?
Yes.
Time.
Siobhan, if I may. Siobhan,
Of course.
if I may, only.
Yes.
Of course.
Please, and I'll put my hands on. I don't know if he has any hands on the
Or you
railings
can
or
just
anything.
grab. Yeah, you can grab
Yeah.
his hand and hold it, like with a. I'm not gonna say double fist because that's so dirty, but like you grab it.
Yeah. And I look him straight in the eye. I thought this was important to see you, especially after the Elysium, especially after she arrived.
He shifts. Yes.
I need to come clean with something. I need to be honest.
Then is the first time you see a shift in this very polite, very caring man. This harshness that hits his face. Like one of the not dictators, but what's it called? Not empires, but monarchs of old Japan or China. He looks down at you very like, pray tell. And it's frightening for a minute.
I need to be honest because I haven't. Not with you and not with myself. But I come to the realization that I do not trust you. And I've even started questioning what you've been giving me. Has it been what you said it was, or has it only been a figment of my imagination? I know. Please believe me when I say this, I mean no disrespect or malice towards you. But to move forward, I think it is only the right thing of me to say. Through the years, you've done nothing but help me, to stand by me on this joyride towards whatever delusional goal I might have. I know what you've done for me. And I am most appreciative. Whereas those closer to me have questioned, not had the same understanding that I think maybe you actually have. You've not questioned me at all. So you have not given me any reasons not to trust you. But I do not understand why you are doing this. Because it's not just for the goodness of your heart. And I believe it's not just for the blood. Because I do understand what you have been given. I understand the potency. But there must be something else in it for you. And I've been afraid that maybe your goal and mine are not the same. That you might somehow break the bargain in the end. And that's what's been scaring me, holding me back. Because I don't understand your kind, and I do not like things I don't understand. It's simply not in my nature. So please convince me what's in it for you.
Siobhan, I thank you for your honesty and candor.
Of course. It's only been too long.
The dance we have been doing. I wondered when it would end. Oh, fear not. It was only the not saying what perhaps needed saying. You were so fixated on your goal that you conveniently let mine not be an issue. Of course, there is something in this for me, Siobhan.
And I am curious to what that is, because you have called me a friend many times.
And you are.
And I
And you are. He actually grabs your hands back, and that you are. Without you and your confidence in me and what we have been doing, my goal would just be a phantom. Wishful thinking. You see, he almost like shifts his weight a little bit. I dream of my clan's restoring itself to its former glory and position. We are scattered, we are broken, we are nothing of what we were. And I think for that to even have a feasible chance, a strong, powerful leader needs to emerge.
even though that scares me, I understand. I do.
And you see, I am just a humble servant of a greater cause. And my goal and your goal is not very different. Through what I'm doing for you, I have reached understandings that I thought were way beyond my reach. But my goal will not harm you, nor your friends or the city.
And it will not stop, because
But, dearest, there are others like me. Well, not like me, of course, that do not agree and fear my ambition and see me as a megalomaniac, a crazy wizard that's dangerous, that dabbles with powers that's beyond his understanding and reach. And if they knew what I was trying to accomplish, I would surely be put to the sun, as you would you, Siobhan, for your endeavor.
I know.
I have compassion and understanding for your cause. But you might deem me arrogant. Mine is bigger and more important.
Mine is personal, yours is maybe not only personal.
I am a servant to a greater cause.
And this, well, Miss Winter, I presume she's not part of that cause.
Very much not. And she is powerful, and in many ways you could say, in the Camarilla society, she outranks me. Even though I have great standing in the city, she has now positioned herself very carefully. We will not deal with her. I have
As long
already.
as we agree on that.
We will not deal with her. I have already started creating rituals to protect you. It is actually in my benefit that she's here. Do not try to manipulate, do not try to tamper with her being or person.
On that subject, well, I think you've already figured out that I am not in the hotel business because I feel, I don't know,
I have understood your agenda here, and I think it's quite smart. But as long as she resides, and I hope she will find her own domain quickly enough, do nothing. Do nothing.
But I would I wasn't sure if we, after tonight, would go our separate ways or if we would
No, we are more
move
intimately
forward.
linked. We're more intimately linked. Now we have honesty between us.
Exactly. And
I was very honest. Excuse me, Siobhan, I need to be very clear with this. Them three. I cannot do more, as I said, if they are not fed.
I might have a solution to that.
Good. We have to share this burden, and that burden is yours and yours alone. I take great risk on my end. That is your risk. It keeps us, as you say, honest now. If we're both to sacrifice, it has to sting. You will not come clean out of this. Nor will I.
No, nor do I expect to. But as you say, if we are to move forward, I will ask one more thing of you. And it might be connected to what you just said. But as I have little to no understanding of what you actually do and know, because I understand it's not without risk for you either.
Of course.
But this place has eyes and ears that are not mine. My people will do the dirty deeds of, well, what we're doing here. But I would hope you would be able to somehow shroud or help us hide the fact from prying eyes. And obviously, the blood will be a reward and it will flow in your direction as always.
And I will most definitely give you something that will help you in the hiding of the thing.
But also what we do here. Not us and them. But if we are to find suitable hosts, we need to know who we're dealing with. And I have people and methods.
Of course.
To extract that from our beloved guests, if we so deem so.
When we get to that point, when you had found hosts that are of your liking and they fit the dossier, the profile, that's when I will start work again. That's when I will quicken my doings. Because when we were at that point, there is Siobhan. That is where everything will be clear. You will have what you want and I will have what I want.
Because that was my next question. It's, if we had hosts tomorrow, would you have done it?
Yes.
Because you would... Oh. Because I was afraid that you needed them to continue your work. As is.
No, my goal is, as I said, is to restore my clan to our former glory. Not to be gestures and house wizards for petty princes. Princes kneeled to us, Siobhan. They begged for our counsels and power. We were a tier above the rest. And now we are no more than jesters and almost no more than the Nosferatu crawling in their corners and peddling secrets. I am no house wizard or jester.
I understand your longing for something. For that, I do.
Purpose, Siobhan, and I see your longing. You endure because you must. I endure because I must. You showed me there was possibility where I thought I just had to accept my fate. There is no going back, Siobhan. We are linked. We will travel this path if to successful end or till our demise. There will only be two options. You need to accept that.
But what of Christopher, what of the prince?
You must not think of him. You need to be selfish in this. He will find a way if he's strong enough.
I don't understand the chase for power. I never did. But I knew that it would somehow. Damn him.
He is responsible for his fate as you are for yours. You cannot control what you cannot see or do yourself. In a sense. Well, in a sense.
Well, since I promised myself that in order for me to trust our friendship, I need to be honest. And I need to let you know because he is my oldest friend.
I understand. I understand and I respect it. But you also need to sever some threads.
You're not
You
the
need
first one tonight to tell me that.
There will come a point where his ambition and yours comes to a pass. You need to decide. What you decide will have a cataclysmic effect for more than you.
There is no decision to be made. Not now. There simply isn't.
We are traveling then, dearest Siobhan.
My good friend. Yes, we are.
Then the faith will decide it. Either we are successful or we fail. I believe in you as you believe in me.
Oh, I do.
Then I have preparations to do. I need to shroud you now since she's here.
Would you cause... Should I not go to them? Is that what you're proposing?
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, don't invoke anything to Radek. Give me but a night, and I will protect you from her glaring eyes. I don't think she has what we have as a resource. Sit still for a minute, dearest Siobhan.
I will try.
And if you truly do love your friend, warn him of the tremor, of the powers of the winter. She's not easily manipulated. He kisses your hand.
Mm. Thank you for your honesty.
I think it was time. Don't you feel lighter? As he's walking towards the elevator, I do feel a little bit lighter.
Yeah, I can see there's some pep in your step.
Well, we are kindreds, we are creatures of the night, and we do collect jars upon jars of secrets. Sometimes it's refreshing to break one, don't you think? Just let it spill out on the floor.
It's a nice way of seeing it, but yes.
I feel lighter still.
Well,
Stay away from them for this night. You will get a message from me when it's safe again.
good.
And on that note, he leaves.
I think Siobhan is just standing, on the balcony and seeing a brighter / darker future ahead. Yes.
Perhaps more knowledgeable. Well, not perhaps not. She is more knowledgeable. But with that knowledge, well,
Let's
is
see
it,
what
is it,
we'll
yeah,
use it for.
is it a burden or is it a blessing?
Mm.
Who knows? Or is it pushing her closer to her friends or further away? Things yet to be determined.
Yeah.
But on that note, we are going to end this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much for these interesting scenes and dialogue. It's cool to meet out the world as we do in these interludes. And
Definitely.
so much fun. And if you guys like it, please follow, comment, thumbs up, all that good stuff. As you probably can tell, we look at them and we comment when we can, and we appreciate it ever so much. Thank you, Mariana, as always.
Thank you, Katrina.
And thank you. And until next time, take care of one another and please stay safe.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.